Hey guys, I thought I was being really slick yesterday. I've got a new neighbor right behind me. Moved into the house a couple weeks ago. He's a contractor, has an old lighting system, 12 years old, fixtures corroding, uh, wants to revamp it. Wiring's in good shape. He's got an electrician in-house that can install it. So fantastic. I got a bunch of dead inventory on the shelf, and uh, I'm stuck in the house looking after the baby. So this is great. So what I did was I told him, I said, hey, listen, let's record this session. Let's go over your design and go over your products via Zoom call. And I'm going to show everyone how you can utilize the Lighting Boss software during your virtual consultations and still be interactive, because that's the whole point of Lighting Boss. It's to be really interactive with your clients, do the drawing with them, engage your reactions, and gather the price and estimate so that you can sell them right then and there. I hate the idea, I hate the idea of emailing proposals over, because it just becomes a way for that homeowner, property owner to price shop you. I mean, that's all that they become. So I didn't develop Lighting Boss as an easy way to email proposals over, as an easy way to necessarily do these virtual consultations. But I found that it's really helpful to be as interactive as absolutely possible. So here's what I did. I I found out the hard way after I recorded the video that the only way to actually record while you're screen sharing is to stop the video. So I got nothing out of my conversation with Cliff other than selling him a bunch of lights. So I'm just recreating what we did. So I'm going to pop back in. I'm going to share my screen. Pop back into Lighting Boss. And you can see I've got, my test projects over here on the left. And I'm going to pop into Cliff's layout. So there's a front-on picture of his house. You can zoom in and out. I think a lot of you know I don't like the face-on view as much as I like the top-down view. But because of the thick canopy, I wanted to show it from both views. So started with this face-on view. I recommend we do some wash lights on either side of the garage. Some wash lights on either side of this window, add some symmetry there. Doing some bullets up on this double palm. Some pathways, some staggered pathways, lining the walkway for his guests. Just moving that around. Notice I can zoom in and out, get a little tighter angles on things. Recommended a peak light there. 3 bullets underneath this oak tree on the left. And as I scoot over, balance that out on the right. And the idea, obviously I talked to him about budget, needs and wants, but before we did any of this, the whole idea, as it is with most of your lighting designs, is to add beauty and functionality. We weren't doing anything crazy here. His electrician isn't necessarily a landscape lighting expert, but he's qualified to do the install, and I wanted to keep something pretty simple for him. That's where his transformer goes, and he's got wiring basically everywhere to work with except for the right side of the garage. So he's in pretty good shape. The other angle that I showed him, so I move this, see, here's my Google Earth image, which is not very helpful. But what I did was I used our wiring screen to do an overview layout of the house structure and then the driveway structure. And this allowed me to show him all of this from a different angle, which he seemed to like and appreciate and get even more. This is not perfect by any means. I talk about in the next video some of the limitations, and this is one of the limitations of the software. But I've got a legend here. I could put notes if I wanted as far as which LEDs are going where, what timers I have. I have all of these cool screens that I can show him. And who the hell else is doing this? Who of your competitors is actually utilizing this type of technology not only sell jobs, but more importantly, just document them for your workers later on. Man, that is a great sales pitch to a homeowner that, hey, we have detailed documentation here of your projects. So just another sales point that you can utilize for this software. Now, another downside to this whole thing is that when I shared my screen, I could no longer see him in video. So I wasn't able to physically see his reactions as we were going over the proposal and the layout. I could hear him, but I couldn't see his face. And you know, during a sales presentation, you really want to see people's reactions and gauge their body language. That's how you really know how to proceed. Having said that, you know, this works out really, really well, but you all know that I prefer that you're doing this in person. So that's how I did this Zoom call and this virtual presentation. Hope you guys take something away from this. Even if you're not utilizing our technology, hopefully you can utilize the concepts and still be interactive with these people during this time where you can't physically see them. So thanks for the time. Hope you guys are getting something out of these videos I'm putting out there. Next time I'll just do a sale on some products, and maybe that'll get some more hits too. But I think we'll focus on the educational side of all of this. And I think you guys getting something out of it. So appreciate the time. Have a good one, everybody.